So, like in all of our games, you can move things in the environment, but we've added a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. So you can, for instance, make a stair. Why would you make a stair? Well, because you want to walk on it, of course. Let me do that. Oh, shit.
It's fine. You're doing great. It's fine.
All right, well. All right. I think... Okay, so here's another example of why you would want to do turn-based mode. Say that you want to kill this boar or talk to it or whatever. You can now just press the button and then you can just plan your move, close to it, and then it has 6 seconds. So if I press my spacebar now, it will move for 6 seconds and then it's my turn. We'll use this to surprise people and sneak up on them and hopefully do it really well. I'm just going to try to jump over, although I think actually, well, no, I'll just do it. Do you think you can make this jump without dying? She can. She's pretty badass normally, so it's usually Astarion that dies. So this is an example of a passive check. So my nature skill was used to discover something, and so if it would have failed, I wouldn't have found it, of course. So I found a little cache. The cache belongs to the Harpers, so it gives me a little secret. But it's especially this thing that I need. This is a potion of speed. It will double my movement points, and it's going to also allow me to get 2 actions, which is really good. Because we're going to try a very complicated stunt. I'll probably succeed or fail. See what I did there, but probably succeed or fail. Okay. No, well, actually, first we're going to go to camp.
This seems as good a place as any to make camp. And rest. Might as well adapt to the Daywalker's ways.
So your camp is a place that's going to expand over time. You will be able to get followers in your camp. Your companions will obviously be here also. And so there's a lot of relationship building happening in your camp.
I'm not sure this is a good idea.
I can tell her not to question me, or I can but I'm going to try to befriend her, so I'm going to ask her what she means.
There are lit fuses in our heads. Sooner or later, they're going to blow. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with her, because finding help is indeed our very first concern.
Maybe we'll get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
Rest.
I tried to rest, but my mind wouldn't settle. Just yesterday, I had been seducing a young noble, luring him to my master's lair. Since then, I've been kidnapped by mind flayers, chased through hell by dragons, and fallen from the sky. And I felt the sun on my skin. I should have burst into flames.
So I can ask myself questions, a little bit of a moment of introspection. I can think of my master who will be furious. It could be a vampire spawn. Yeah, actually, it's a good question. Can a vampire spawn even become a mind flayer?
The worm in my head might not even have an appetite for undead meat. Until I knew more about the tadpole, I wasn't sure how much danger I was in. I had to understand it, master it. I needed to find someone who knew more about this thing.
So I'm going to try to get some sleep, and I'm going to imagine dragging my old master into the sunlight. And that's a persuasion against myself, so I need to roll, I need to do an intelligence check, basically. Right on target. So the way that works is actually there's ability modifiers on it, but we just show you the actual DC that comes out at the end.
I drifted off with a smile, meditating on the flames that engulfed his cruel face.
So he's gonna be happy in the morning. Okay, let's continue our little adventure. So all of the dialogues in the game, like literally all of them, have been performance captured, voice recorded, given cinematic treatment. And there hasn't been any compromise because of all the cinematics that we're doing in there, so there's plenty of permutations. And you need to realize that I'm now playing with Astarion, so if we wouldn't be playing with Astarion, we would have different things happening to us. And you'll see that we've gone very far in this.
There may be even more that survive a crash.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Alright, so look what the goblins have. This is a shitty bow. Shitty sword. We might need those, you noticed already. No, everything is useless here. I'm gonna go over there.
Alive? That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale. Well met.
So my vampire option is that I send something off. I was certain he would taste like bile. I can obviously draw my weapon because I don't trust the guy. Well, I'm going to take the vampire one.
Speechless? Might be the shock. We went through a traumatizing experience, if an instructive one.
He asked if by trauma he referred to the thing they put in my eye.
Yes. The ocular penetration by an illithid tadpole, which will end with our souls being snuffed like strands of weave caught in dead magic. Not to mention, you're staring at me like a Rashimi at a blackboard. You're no wizard, are you?
I can obviously just decide to feed. But I will tell him that I don't take kindly to insults.
Thin-skinned and a dodger of questions. Usually means the answer's no. Guess that'll have to wait. Primary need now is a healer. I take it you recall the insertion of the parasite?
Not only did I recall it, I said I was already enjoying its effects, referring to the fact that I can walk in the sunlight.
Interesting. Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it'll turn us into mind flayers? A process known as ceremorphosis? It is to be avoided. I assume you're no accomplished healer either. Powerful cleric, maybe?
Okay, was this a conversation or an interrogation?
Just trying to figure out where we stand. Conclusion? Nowhere. You and I are in a whole lot of trouble. We need help, and I'm not sure where we'll find it in this wilderness. How about we embark on the quest for a healer together?
Yes, I need a wizard. A wizard is going to be very good.
Most excellent. Then, without further ado, let's be off. Besides, looks like you keep some interesting company. A woman with shadows for eyes, deep as the dark lake. Pleasure, madam.
Is it indeed? We'll see.
All right. We're going to get along smashingly. Let's get over there. I'm just going to do a few things for... Oh yeah, actually I did kill them, so we're good. So I'm going to separate him from my party, because I know what's coming, so I want to show you something. And I'm going to go with them. Well, actually, I'm first going to position him. Because these guys, this can turn out badly as a combat. So I'm going to go over here. You haven't seen me yet. A bit further shot. Then I'm going to jump here. Then I'm going to sneak. And so the way sneaking works in Baldur's Gate 3 is that if you see a shadow, it's going to lightly obscure you. Right? And if you walk into the sunlight, you are going to be in the clear area. So when you're in the clear area and you get seen, you are caught on sight. If you go into a obscured area, then you have to roll stealth d20, and yeah, if you get caught, you get caught. But you might actually succeed. If you're heavily obscured, as you will soon see, you can actually just walk right past them. It's kind of cool because every single shadow suddenly has use. But it also means that you can manipulate shadows, because you can put light or you can remove light. Anyway, he's here standing on his crate because that's what he does. So I'm just going to leave him here. And then I'll go over here, and I'll, well, yeah, why not? I'll demonstrate a small thing that I just discovered this morning. So normally what I do here, well, first of all, I show that you still have all kinds of environmental interactions that you can use, everything that makes sense within the world of Dungeons & Dragons we've put in. So you can vaporize water with fire, but there's also other cool things that you do. So normally I just show this and I say, okay, well, this is where we are, we start from here. Basically I do it to show that you can navigate over a very high and vertical world. But I figured that if I cast Featherfall, then I make a jump. Boom! Okay, so she still has Featherfall. I know. If she would have jumped without Featherfall, maybe